day to you all, and welcome to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel. I have an absolutely fantastic guest today who I know pretty well. So I'm extremely excited to interview Alasdair Wilson. He is the General Manager of Bromley Old Town Hall and the Director of Brama Hotels here in Bromley Old Town Hall. Welcome, Alasdair.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Much appreciated. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for coming along to Holborn. But today I am actually in the beautiful Clockwise in Bromley. I absolutely love this building, and I have worked out of here. And this is obviously how I know you.
Fantastic. Well, it's lovely to have you. And we're sitting in one of our basement rooms, which I love. And it does look a bit daunting to some perspective because the room that we're sitting in used to be a counting room for money. So therefore has a prison-like door, so Rachel has trapped me in until the podcast is finished.
Excellent. I just love it in here so much. It's just got so much character, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Lovely building.
Yeah. So get in touch with Alasdair or Catherine and get yourself a viewing down here because it is absolutely stunning. So I'm very privileged to be here today. So gosh, where did it all start for you? Let's go back. Let's rewind.
Go back to the very beginning. So I suppose if we go back to the very beginning, I grew up in a slightly, strange childhood, traveling the world. My father was a diplomat, so lived in many countries all over the world. I was very fortunate that you, the taxpayers, helped me go to private school for 10 years and went to a boarding school in this country for 10 years. Meaning that I didn't have to change education system and then languages and everything, every country we moved to. And when I was at school, I started up a business, and my business was running party-style events and nightclub-style evenings. Did a few at the school, went really, really well, and then going to quite an expensive private school, had friends who had a lot more money than I did, and they said, "Oh, can you do my birthday party?" Sure, no problem at all. So I started arranging birthday parties and things, and the business sort of just grew and grew and grew. And I had parents contacting me going, "Oh, we want to put this on," and so it was hiring marquees and gardens and putting on entertainment and all sorts, and got bigger and bigger and bigger. It was a really good way that I was able to keep up with the rich kids because. Being a diplomat, we weren't in the same league, put it that way. It was only I stopped the business when one of the parents asked me to do their daughter's wedding. And at 18 years old, I said, I am not taking responsibility for that. Ironically, obviously now I do run weddings. Yes, at the Old Town Hall, we've just got our wedding license recently and do weddings here now. So it's come full circle, and now confident enough in my 40s to be able to deliver weddings, which is great. So after leaving school, had a really sort of good education into the entertainment industry and everything that goes around with that as well. I mean. It comes into security and facilities management and so on and so forth, making sure that everything was planned out, whether it be at someone's house or we were renting halls or clubs or whatever it may be for whatever event we were doing. Left school, went to uni, got glandular fever, and was literally in bed for 6 months. Couldn't move, just 23 hours a day I slept for. At the time, had a very nice girlfriend who looked after me and made sure I woke up once a day and ate some food and then went back to sleep again. So after that, I was going to go back to uni. I had to obviously restart and decided, you know what, I don't really want to do this. And nightclubs is sort of where my passion was. So went into working for the largest company in the country at the time, which is called Luminar Leisure. Worked for them for a number of years, and that was at some of their biggest nightclubs. So the big Oceana nightclubs, if anyone remembers them, and travelled around the country managing nightclubs. I remember the second nightclub that I went to after 3 months of being there, the company was expanding rapidly. And I was a senior assistant manager at the time, 3 months. And I then went into managing this club all on my own. And it went from 8 managers to just me. And during that time, we opened up 2 new nights, club was more profitable than it had ever been, and we did really well. I promoted 2 bartenders to give me a hand, and between the 3 of us, we did a really good job. So from there, just went from general manager to general manager. Then left the company, went into private members clubs, started doing that, and did that for a while, and good bit of money, and then managed to buy my own club. So ran my own club for just shy of 10 years, and also expanded that slightly. Had a food business that we opened up, which was called the Dog Joint. It basically was Subway but with hot dogs, and so you get to choose the bread, choose the sausage, and everything else that you wanted to go in it, and that was really good. Then sold that on, and that was good. And then started a security company with a couple of guys that I worked with, and we did mainly sort of private security, and then started doing some additional bits within sort of bars, casinos, and things like that, which was great. And then had enough of that life. The family life was suffering a bit, so late nights. Yeah, it's not great. It's not conducive to a happy family life whenever you're at home, you're like a zombie because you haven't slept the night before. Yeah. So packed it in and then moved into hotels. Worked in 5-star hotels in London for quite a while, and then an opportunity came along in Bromley to start a new hotel brand. And I thought, you know what, I can put my stamp on something here. This would be exciting. And 3 years later, I still obviously run the brand of the hotels, but now look after the Old Town Hall as a whole, where we do weddings and events and so on and so forth. And then also Clockwise, which is our flex office. And we've got meeting rooms, we've got day pass, dedicated desk and everything. So yeah, it's great.
I've been privileged to work here many times. Yeah, wow, that's a lot, isn't it?
It's a story from start to end. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I mean, look, we still do weddings and so on and so forth. So we had a wedding just on Saturday gone, and I got home at about 1:30 in the morning. Woke up on Sunday, and my wife was very keen to tell the kids this is what it used to be like every day. It was always like this. So yeah, I less like a zombie though. I am better. Got a bit of sleep. It wasn't getting home at 5, 6 in the morning. Put it that way. Exactly.
So the question is, like, did you always know that you would go on this path?
Hospitality, yes. That was always an interest to me. I wouldn't want to do anything else. For me, I'm not someone who wants to be tied to a desk. I like interacting with people, which my wife always finds hilarious because in my personal life, I'm quite antisocial. But when exactly that. But yeah, when I'm at work, it's a job, and I love it. I love speaking to people. I love that interaction. So yeah, it's something that I don't see myself ever moving away from, to be honest. Whilst obviously you spend quite a lot of time in an office, it's being able to jump out and have conversations and. Exactly. It's not a hard sell here. It's an incredible building. So yeah. Indeed, yeah, it's lovely.
It's been a real path that sort of moved in the right direction to get you to this point, isn't it?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, always one thing leading to the next.
So who do you think gave you that first push in your career?
Who gave me the first push? I would say the first push when I was at school was that all the other kids joined the Young Enterprise, and there were really loads of rules about it. And I'm not one so much for rules. I like doing my own thing. So my first push was probably that, in the fact of going, I want to do this differently. I'm going to set up my own business and do it that way. But over the years, I've been fortunate enough to work with absolute stalwarts within the industries, and whether it be a gentleman called Steve Fleury. He was a Canadian guy who's lived in Britain for a long time and won General Manager of the Year for nightclubs year upon year upon year through numerous different venues across the country. and then Gareth Walsh within the 5-star hotel chain. So he is incredible. Now manages the Kimpton in London. And Paul Walters, who was a general manager as well at the 5-star hotels. Incredible people who are renowned throughout the industries that they work in, and really have given me that push of what's next, how are you doing this, what are you going on to, it's been fantastic.
Showing you how it's done.
Exactly.
And shaped you for now as well, I guess.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah, all the way.
Yeah. So let's have a chat about what you do today, because obviously your job is you wear many hats.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Probably wear many hats more than anyone that I've had on the show. So what does a day actually look like in your world?
Well, I never have a boring day. My days normally meetings upon meetings. Upon my day job, I am also on the board of Your Bromley, which is the local bid, and the advisory board for Opportunity Bromley, which is the council's inward investment fund to push Bromley forwards. So lots of meetings, lots of trying to work out not only for our businesses, so the Old Town Hall businesses, which is obviously the hotel, the weddings, and the Clockwise offices, but also Bromley as a whole. What can we do to improve this town? What can we do to attract new businesses, whether that be a high street business or office business, whatever it may be? Attract people to Bromley and make this the best town possible for the businesses and also for the local residents. It's a lot of meetings during the day, and then probably get to the afternoon, and I furiously try to fire off as many emails as possible.
So establishment as well. So Chandra Sharma, I've got to give him a shout out.
Indeed, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And networking, wasn't it?
So, yeah.
I'm going to give him a shout. He does a lot for Bromley as well, doesn't he? Do they call him Mr. Bromley?
Mr. Bromley, and you say I wear many hats. Wow. Oh. I mean, this guy, literally, you go to something and you're like, oh, who's doing this? And what's going on here? And then Chandra pops up, and you're in, I've been to some obscure locations. And suddenly there's Chandra there running the event, and it's the guy is in everything, and he owns his own business as well. I mean, he's got Elmcroft, which is his stationery business, and we obviously now use them for all of our needs. But yeah, that guy is busy. Wow.
Really does just to help everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah, indeed.
It's great that people are trying to shape Bromley on for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's nice to see, and it's only like 20 minutes on the train.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, you're straight into Victoria. It's it couldn't be closer. Exactly. Indeed. And I think that's the thing that actually more and more people are realizing, and really interesting, the change that we've seen in the hotel. So Brama is positioned very much as a luxury boutique hotel. It doesn't have all the frills of a 4 or 5 star hotel in London. So we don't have a concierge service. We don't have swimming pools and gyms and so on and so forth. But the products that you get, the room that you get, is akin to or better. And actually we had someone stay from the Landmark the other day, and he was like, "Your rooms are much better than ours," which was a nice compliment. Exactly, and so more and more people now. We've got tourists staying from America, going, "Well, we were looking for something. We didn't want to pay through the nose to stay in central London, so therefore we're staying slightly out of town, and you're just slightly out of town. So therefore, you jump on a train and you're there so quickly. You know what? If I was staying in central London, I wanted to go to a different part, it would take me just as long anyway. So actually, it works really well. And yeah, I mean, although there is always the argument, is Bromley still Kent? We definitely are the gateway to London, and consider ourselves a bit of both, a bit of London, a bit of Bromley, a bit of Kent.
We've got some great restaurants, and I don't know why we seem to be plugging Bromley.
100%.
Let's talk challenges. what's testing you right now?
Right now, I think we are a really good position in Bromley, where we have definitely filled up this building, and we are now getting to a point of we've got a few spaces left, and actually over demand is great. We're running out of certain types of spaces. We've had businesses grow within the building, so biggest challenge is getting those last few spaces filled up, making sure we've got the right businesses to continue this community that we've got in Bromley. I think if we look at it from more of an FM perspective, we're in a historic building, and so it is absolutely stunning. But as a Grade 2 listed building goes, has Grade 2 listed problems. So things we have to deal with. Damp is an ongoing issue. We've got a few offices where we're going to have to spend quite a bit of money to get those back online. But yeah, we will get there. And then it's just about maintaining. And anyone who's ever worked in I suppose any building, it doesn't have to be a historic building, any building, it comes with its own problems. Water probably being the most difficult, wherever it comes through, from above, from internal, from below, wherever it may be. So yeah, a few things to work through there, and then just maintaining this product. And it's a vast footprint that we're on. It takes up an entire block. Square feet is a good question. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but that's all right. It's so we are 747 desks within Clockwise, spread across 147 offices, plus all of the public spaces, plus our event spaces, plus the 23-bed hotel. So yeah, it is a vast space, and yeah, look, I mean, it is an incredible building, but it takes a lot to look after it. It's very ornate. So whether you get onto cleaning, like from cleaning the floors to cleaning the ceilings, I mean, it's very high. It's very specialist. I've got lots of wood around the building. So yeah, it all needs to be maintained very well. So yeah, big challenge, consistently looking after it. But a building that we'd love to show off. We did open house for a couple of weekends in September, which was great. And the amount of people that come in here is fantastic.
Terrace as well, haven't you seen a lot?
Exactly. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Do events out there.
Events and all sorts. Lots of filming and photographs and all sorts. Yeah. So Fire Brigade were here. I mean, we've done filming for The Crown, Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. The movie Bohemian Rhapsody was filmed here. We've had Vogue come and do photo shoots, Adidas, and then sort of smaller brands here and there as well. I actually had a very, very famous director come in recently, and they're looking to do some filming later in the year for a very big movie. Can't give any details, unfortunately, but it's yeah, I mean, that's really exciting. And he gave the biggest compliment that I think the building could have had. He was very clear that he's looked at a lot of buildings over his time, and he said this one is the nicest mix of the historic and modern than he's ever seen. And yeah, I mean, what a compliment! Wow. When I can tell you the name, I'll let you know, and we can all be impressed. Exactly. Yeah.
The industry's doing, obviously, even like this model itself, you've got offices with a hotel, plus like kind of a hospitality and the co-working. Where do you think it's heading? You think we're going to see more of this? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the mix here is just right. It's blended it beautifully together, where you have everything you need under one roof, and the point there is that if somebody's looking to make a decision in an office, and they're going, oh, well, this has got a bit of this, a bit of that, and if you go, we've got everything here for you, then look, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You see a few of the newer businesses entering with gyms and restaurants and so on and so forth, and yeah, I mean, essentially we just took that to the next level. So we adding the hotel, the event spaces on top of the meeting rooms and sort of the more standard things. And the one thing actually that ironically we have been missing is a gym here, but we're about to do that as well. So yeah, early next year we've got a gym going into to one of our basement levels. So that'll be fantastic as well.
Studio.
So we are going to do all sorts. So it's going to have free weights. We're going to have yoga spaces, all sorts. So it's going to be fantastic.
Outside coming in.
Yeah, so it definitely. Exactly. So it'd be a member's benefit. So you'll have to be a member to use the place, but then you can come and hire the space. So maybe not just single people, but if somebody was doing a yoga class, for example, or PT workout or whatever it may be, then yes, you'd be able to hire the space to do that.
My daughter works for Women's Best, so
that's awesome.
Photo shoots. So
yeah, very good.
Great location.
There we go.
So, was posted.
This is why always good to stay in touch with Rachel.
Yes. So AI, let's talk about that, and ESG, their buzzwords.
Yep.
Are you guys utilising this, and is it a friend or foe for you?
Look, I mean, you'd be stupid not to. You're going to get left behind if you don't utilise the tools of the future. It's ESG, look, 100%. Obviously, we need to do our bit. Within this building, we very much did a refit here, which was commensurate to those to the values that we as a company put forwards. And we have our own sustainability manager within the company, which is rare within the workspace industry. But someone fully focused on everything we do, from waste to power, and all the way through to the furniture that we buy, and how we use our energy, lighting, and air conditioning, so on and so forth. So everything has been thought about in that sense. When it comes to IT and technology, AI needs to be used in the right way. I mean, at the moment, I think Tilly Norwood, I think is the name. There's talks about the AI actress who is meant to be taking over the film industry. There's a couple of projects that she's apparently been signed up to, and she's been modelled, I think, around Scarlett Johansson, and therefore you've got this character who can exist. And look, I've got to say, I've seen photos. Like, it looks like a human being, but is that where we want to go? Is that how we want to live our lives? Do we want to hand over the making of movies, the directing, the production, the acting, everything, so that actually we lose all humanity? Yeah. Or do we want to hold on to some of these things? And so therefore, that's obviously a very open example that everyone can sort of see within the Hollywood spectrum. But within our day-to-day lives, how much of them do we want to hand over, and how much of them do we want to hang on to? So as a company, we created the Clockwise Campus. So it means that you can live within the metaverse and you can communicate with other like-minded people, and that works well for us, because if you are in Clockwise Bromley, or you're in Clockwise Antwerp, or you're in Clockwise Glasgow, actually within our membership, you can then communicate with people also at those other locations. So therefore, you have a community within Bromley, but you actually have a Clockwise community that spans across the UK and Europe. And with our expansion, we'll see where that goes as well. So that's great. That's utilising technology the right way. And that's where we just need to keep control of it and make sure that actually, you know what, we do put in some boundaries, and we vote with our feet in terms of cinema. If there's AI movies that come out, don't go and watch them. I mean, we don't want it to go that way. So you're not going to see talent. No.
You must be extremely talented to be able to create this, but
yeah,
I don't like anime either. So
no. Well, I mean, there's the point about this is that it doesn't look like anime. It looks like humans. So all of it is really humans. But well, you might not know, and that's the point. And therefore, actually, we need to be careful about how we utilize this technology for the future. Never age, no. And if we take it back to Terminator, we don't want Skynet to become aware as well. So yeah, it's look. I mean, we joke about these things, and obviously it's all been prophesized through Hollywood in the past. But actually, you know what? Do we want that to become reality? How worried are we about this? So yeah, we some regulation on how we do things, and as I say, voting with our feet to a certain degree and saying yes or no, we're happy with this or not. So yeah, pros and cons.
Moment or project are you most proud of? You've got quite a few. So
What am I most proud of? Yeah, I mean, throughout my my work life, I've worked on a number of things and opened up a number of whether it be bars, nightclubs, restaurants, hotels. So yeah, I would say there's a plethora of things that I look back on. I go, yeah, I did really well there. But ultimately, I think in recent years, Brama is an absolutely fantastic example of something that I am really proud of. We are listed on TripAdvisor amongst the best hotels in the world, which is incredible. We have had only 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor for the last over a year now, which is amazing. But it's not just TripAdvisor. If you looked on the other online travel agent sites such as Booking.com, Expedia, and so on and so forth, again, I mean, we rank among the best hotels in the world. And that's feedback, let alone Bromley, yeah. And that, I mean, that's feedback from people staying with us. So it's genuine feedback of people saying, these are the things that I enjoyed or didn't enjoy about my stay. And overwhelmingly, it's positive, which is just incredible. And yeah, I mean, for our little hotel in Bromley, it is global, and we get a global audience of people staying with us, and it's incredible to see all the different countries people have come from, and then the positivity about their experience, and we're now almost 3 years down the line. And that continues to be really strong. We look after the products that we curated very, very carefully, choosing each product that's in the rooms very carefully, and even down to sort of many hotels go and rent linen, for example. We own all of our own linen because we got the best linen, because it's the most comfortable. We have mattresses which are the same as the royal family use, because they've been chosen so specifically. So it is such a compliment every time someone says, you know what, overall I just had such a good night's sleep. And that's what a hotel's there for. It's great. Yeah. There is more potentially in the future. So as we as a company, as Clockwise, went through rapid growth. I mean, in 2015, we had 3 locations. 2015 we started the company. 2020 we had 3 locations. So therefore, exactly, exactly that. Yeah.
Moving, it was really
indeed, yeah. And then we're now up to 18 locations. So really rapid growth in a very short space of time. And then we needed to take a bit of a break because we need to actually, when you're becoming a bigger company, you need to reevaluate. You need to make sure that actually the parts are all working in the same motion, and focusing on brand standards and such like. And whilst Brama is a separate company to Clockwise, actually we're very much joined at the hip at the same time. So, and obviously I in Bromley, I look after both. So therefore, it is going to be a case where, yes, we do look at future projects, but over due course.
So just concentrate on what you've got.
Indeed.
So what's something you wish you knew when you were starting out?
I don't know, more of a work-life balance. That would probably be, if I could go back in time and say to myself and give myself a bit of a slap and go, actually, you know what? try and live a bit as well. Problem is, I really like to work. I enjoy my job. I get into it, and then it sort of sucks me in slightly. But yeah, take a work-life balance. Enjoy what you do, but enjoy your life at the same time. That would be my biggest advice.
So if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do,
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fantastic. But what would you say to them?
I would say you get started as soon as possible. Within this industry, you can start from the bottom and work your way up very quickly. If you have the right drive, you have the right motivation, and a willingness to learn, then actually you can work your way up through the industry. And when I say industry, I'm talking about flex office, I'm talking about hotels, I'm talking about weddings and events venues, hospitality overall as a general. Get started. And it's interesting you say it, because I have one of my cousins, his daughter was trying to make a decision recently. She's very intelligent, looking to go to uni, and her question was, do I go to uni to study psychology, or do I instead go into hospitality, which I think I really enjoy? And whilst not trying to upset my cousin, her dad, I said, if you serious about it, and if you think hospitality is my way forwards, don't go to uni, because actually get started, because by the time you finish uni, people who got started in the industry when you went to uni will be well above you. The industry can move very quickly for people who have the right mindset and intelligent enough to get on with it, and so therefore actually you don't want to look back and go, oh, did I waste that time?
So neither of my children went to uni. I think they got straight stuck in. My son did an apprenticeship. And I just think those get paid royals.
Indeed. Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Yeah, of course.
Some industries, I would say, it isn't necessary to go to uni. Yeah,
no, 100%. And look, I mean, university is not for everyone. I mean, my wife, for example, she has a degree in psychology herself, and yet she worked in the events industry as well. So she enjoyed her time at uni. She loved the lifestyle, but actually, did she come out with something meaningful in terms of work? No. But does she regret what she did because she enjoyed that lifestyle? No. And again, this is the work-life balance, and she enjoyed doing that. She looks at it as a good use of time, and that's where you've got to make a decision. But if you have a mind of, this is where I want my career to go, just get on with it. Exactly.
So, wrapping up now. So let's talk about what you do outside of your day job. I know you work really, really hard. The weddings and the events, you always seem to be here. What do you do when you switch off?
Well, I've got a young family, and we love going out and playing games. The girls love playing football. When we can, we enjoy going on a holiday. I'm a keen cyclist, so yeah, I love cycling. I have to say, been doing less of that recently, but need to get back into it. I've gone from living in very flat Kingston to now living out in the Surrey Hills. So yeah, cycling is a bit more up and down than it used to be, and my body shape is more conducive to speed rather than hills. So yeah, been cycling less. I'm looking forward to going to the gym here. I love going to the gym, and yeah, I've just bought a new house, so a majority of my time is going to be focusing on getting the house in order. I've built a couple of properties in the past. I built my own nightclub and things like that, so quite handy. But now it's a bit of time to get on with it with the family living in the house. We'll see how that goes.
Deadline. Oh, she's always busy. Sleep in one of those beds.
Exactly. Yeah. Best bit of advice I've been given. Oh, you put me on the spot now. I don't know.
Best bit of advice you'd like to give someone?
I've always been keen on telling my team that you're never too big for the small jobs, because if you're walking down a corridor and there's a spillage or a bit of rubbish or something, don't walk past it. Pick it up. Do it yourself. All right. Just get on with it sometimes. Now, it doesn't mean that I expect someone who is on a decent salary to be doing the housekeeping of an entire room or building. But you know what? Sometimes just do it yourself. But yeah, I think that's a pearl of wisdom I always use with my team at the nightclubs, because I never liked walking through a building where you'd see rubbish and bottles on the floor. I think we've all been there, where you get the house lights go up at the end of the night and you go, oh my God, it looks like I'm living in dancing in an open dustbin. So yeah, I always prided myself on the place being nice and tidy, and I've carried that over into the hotels and the offices as well. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alasdair, and thank you for having me. And
Absolute pleasure.
team. They know me, they recognise me. It's fantastic. I suggest people get in touch with you and look and
Thank you so much.
be space if you're local.
Appreciate it. No, I appreciate you coming as well. It's always a pleasure to speak to you.
That's it for today, for today's episode. Wear many hats. Yeah, please do like, share, follow with your friends, family, and colleagues, and anyone that's particularly wanting to get into the FM or property world. And that's it for today. Thank you.